I mean, that's Seahawk basketball. That's really, how we play our game. And for 40 minutes, we played really hard and got back to our old ways, and it resulted in winning ways, which is defense first, being scrappy, getting after it. As you can tell, 42 rebounds. I mean, we just really got them out of their rhythm. They never got a clean rhythm at all. A team that likes to score the basketball many ways, attacking the rim, shooting a three. I mean, we really gave them fits, and I felt like it was a team performance. I mean, everybody really contributed. The key to it was the first quarter. We've been really working on just really getting after them, just defensively in practice this whole week. Really worked on rebounding, things like that. And as a result, look how many paint points we get. I mean, we get over 50-something paint points. So, that's fun when you can really get after it and you can get some transition buckets. Ayanna was going downhill, making layups. We were rebounding, pushing the ball. Different players scored. It's really fun to watch. And it's fun to watch to see other players come off the bench. Even someone like Jessica Mitchell, who doesn't really play and had a good week of practice, but I wanted to reward her, and she did a heck of a job in the few minutes that she was out there.
Questions?
You spoke on that Seahawk basketball, getting back to old ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's towards the end of the season. What is your guys' identity? Do you think you've found it? Like, what is your team?
Right. I think 40 minutes is what we're looking for, because, this is our 24th win at home in 3 years. That's the third in the conference. That's pretty good turnaround there. We had to win a lot of games last year at home. We won a lot of games in the fourth quarter at home. And this year we've struggled, close games, and we haven't gone over the hump and confidence got down. So I could care less who counts us out. We're going to get out, we're going to continue to find a way, and like today, and we really played as hard as we could play. And that's what I said the key was. We got to get back to playing 40 minutes of defense and not worry about offense. And shake it up a little bit, just to make sure that we understand that, like Z did a good job coming off the bench, really giving us energy when our 2 point guards were really getting after it and Mariah got in foul trouble. We got to keep the pressure on our opponents. And that, to me, is the identity of our team. And we got to really do that. We got to use our speed, our athleticism, so we can speed them up, so we can gain possession. So we've always talked about it. We've never got over the hump, and we've never put really 4 quarters together. And so moving forward, having 3 games left, we're going to just take one practice at a time, one game at a time, and just play as hard as we can play. And when we go back and we watch film, we're going to talk about these things. We're going to show these things. You can go back in Northeastern game, right? At Northeastern. We held Northeastern 1 quarter to 2 points, right? That's the school history, whatever. We got to play 40 minutes hard. I mean, that's what we have to do. We got to be committed. Even if I've got to shake it up, move the lineup around, whatever I got to do, I want them to play hard for 40 minutes. So truly, it's just kind of putting it all together.
You went bigger in your starting lineup, but you out doubled their points in the paint. Was that really the point of emphasis today, pounding it in the paint?
Balance.
That size?
Yep, balance. Size with speed. So we went really defensively, and then we got rebounding. So mix it up like that and try to be consistent throughout the game. First time we mixed up different combinations, but we tried it all week because we felt like we weren't getting anything and coming up empty too many times. And I think it really paid off. Give them credit. There's no give up. They're still buying. You want to play your best basketball before tournament time. You want to be tournament ready. So we've got to have players ready to go. We got to have our depth and our bench ready to go. We got to have bodies ready to go. So I was just super proud of them and the way that we just stayed aggressive. We wanted to give them the ball and give a chance to really have to, them play us on the off. I thought offensively we were very aggressive. We did a good job executing our offense and being patient. You saw a lot of possessions too where we didn't get anything. We were still patient and we scored within 5 seconds or less of the shot clock or got an offensive rebound. So I really like the way that we played and the execution side of both ends of the floor.
Coached at different levels, different schools, built programs from the ground up. Today, 350. What's that mean as you just reflect on your previous 350 wins?
When you're in this business a lot and, a lot of people don't get to 350 or whatever it is, you just think about those wins really are the players that I've coached. You know what I mean? They are the ones that sacrifice and really get after it and play the greatest game. And I just these 350 wins, like this 350 is not about me. It's about the relationships you make. And so I give it all to them and the staffs that I've had over the years. My job is to teach them this game and teach them life after basketball. And so teach them how to win, how to be tough, and even through adversity, even through the losses. To get up and keep winning. Next play mentality. So. It's overwhelming. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's about relationships. So.
Coach, you talk about Ayanna Vason over the last 8 to 10 games really starting to become a focal point in your offense, and she explodes for 23 today. What have been some of the keys for her to be able to be so explosive offensively over the last month to 2 months?
I've changed up a few things and told her to take over. She has a new role. You know, she's going to get the ball in her hands and she's going to be aggressive and she's going to take over. And we put in some new sets and allowed her to really be more aggressive in the last couple weeks. But even before this game, you know, I called her and I sat her down again and I was like, I want you to be a scoring threat for us. You know what I mean? I just want you to be a playmaker. When you get a point guard who's athletic as she is, we ran a couple different new sets that allowed her to really get in the paint and score the ball easy, and also be able to distribute to other people. So I like some of the things we put in recently, and she feels good about it. You know, she's a defense kind of player first, and then our offense comes. But I said there's nobody in this conference that can stop her in transition. When we get good stops and we get that ball in her hand, it's hard to stop her. She's super athletic and fast when she gets downhill. And I said, until they stop you, you go right to that basket. So that's what we've really been working on with our scout guys. You know, our scout guys have been all in this week. We had an off week, and we said, you guys got to make us better. And so credit to them for really pushing her, because I told her, I was like, they're not stopping you. Even guys aren't. You got to get to the rim. You got to score easy buckets for us because we need those points.
When was your eureka moment that you wanted her to be that threat for you? You knew what she was capable of, because we obviously hadn't seen that
right
at the in the middle and even the beginning of the season, obviously. So when did you really realize that?
Probably a couple weeks ago when I was looking at us and how they were keying in on Gigi and how they were keying in on Lacey and things like that, and I was like, you know what? If they're going to do that, go ahead. We're going to spread the floor and do some things for Ayanna and CA. And so now CA's a threat, Ayanna's a threat, you got wings a threat, and you got players that can score the 3 ball. So just trying to have a balanced attack and run things that really fit us. So I've in the last 3 weeks have changed a lot. And Ayanna, I told her, I said, you have got to be a scoring threat for us. I mean, and sometimes, you have to sit down players and tell them that. Ayanna, you have to tell her that. Because if not, she's almost too selfless. She's just going to be like, okay, I'm setting up other people, I'm playing defense. No, we want you to score too. We need you to score because, they're doing other things to other people. So, it's late in the season. I hope that we can continue to do what we're doing because we could be dangerous down the stretch. So she played with high energy today. She was a great leader. She was a really, really great leader. Things that we've been missing, just kind of taking over. Even low clock, getting the ball in her hands and say, look, you got to take over here. Because like I said, they're keying in on certain players on our team. So just really proud of her and locking in and buying into that.